Hello guys, my nose isn't as runny today, so there shouldn't be all the heavy breathing. Welcome back to the rat sewer. Whoops. Never mind, the heavy breathing's still there. It was just the weight. Now we've learnt that. I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to think. Let's do a topic for today's video. First dates. Hell yeah, first dates. Let's think of date ideas. How about that? First of all, though, I want to just say a quick welcome back. I think this one's going to be video 5 or 6. Welcome. It's me again. I'm your host, Rat King. Ooh, Rat King's kind of fire. Not like Tiger King, though. Tiger King was not a good guy. He killed a bunch of tigers. You really do not want to support that. Don't support Tiger King. What's his name again? Was it Joe? Joe King? Oh! Gotcha. Just joking. Oh, hell yeah. But Joe Deere, Joe. There's a Joe Mama joke there, but I won't stoop that low. Joe Weller. Nope, that's that one British guy. Yeah, I don't remember. There's Joe something. What else is there to talk about? Today it was a bit rough. I went to sleep at like 9. And I woke up and it was bloody 5. 5! Oh, bruh. I genuinely thought that it was like I went to bed at night when I woke up and I was like, it's still so late. I mean, it's still so early. I got to go back to bed. And I look at the time and I realized everything. My whole life just flashed before my eyes. It was not a good moment. I stayed up, till 9. So the video I took last, in the morning, finished at about, 5, I believe. Or it might have finished at, 4:30. Nearly 5, though. Which was crazy, because it started at 3:30. So that was a long video. Let's talk about first thing. What's some good first date ideas? Let me give you some. Starts off, you pick her up in your car, and you're playing some nice... Who's a good artist? Joe, DJO. Play some Joe, maybe some... Who's some other good, musicians? Some Joji, play some Joji. Oh, I love Joji. Play a lot. Just play some nice vibey music. Doesn't have to be romantic. Just vibey. Something that you guys can sing along to, can dance to if you don't know the words. Be like, yeah. Some nice music like that. What's some other good stuff? Then you drive off. You stop off at a 7-Eleven or some smaller place that's going to serve slushies. And then you buy a slushie for you and for her. And then you go to... So once you get back in the car, you drink your slushies while listening to music. Maybe sit there and just talk at 7-Eleven for 5 minutes. You're just talking about life. And then you go to some parking lot that's a rooftop parking lot. But it looks over at a body of water. So it could be a lake, an ocean, a pond even. Could literally just be a tiny pond. As long as it's a body of water, you're there. Now, go sit on top of the car right near the wall. So if you're sitting on top of the hood of the car, you can look out at the water. And you guys just talk about life for a bit. Then you go into the supermarket of the parking lot that you're at. Or the shopping center / mall or whatever you want to call it. And then you go to... You have 3 options. You can go to a Target thing. And you can... just go shopping at Target or Kmart. Or you can go to the movies. Basic, but it's a good one. It's there for a reason. And might just be me, but don't do that thing where you want to put your arm around her, because if she doesn't consent to it first, don't fucking touch her. Alright? or you can go to like a gaming place, but they're a bit expensive and they're honestly all the same and kind of boring. Someone's already done that. You really want to show her a good time? Don't take her anywhere. You know, take her outside on a nature walk where you guys are in nature and you feel in tune with each other. Tell you what, a bit of grounding. You're on the grass, you're just walking and standing on the grass. Your body elevates, her energy will pick up, your energy will pick up. If you're a girl, his energy will pick up, or their energy will pick up. And you know what? It's just beautiful. You become in tune with the earth, you, your partner, and you're both just feeling the earth's energy going up, wrapping around your body, and it's just making you filled with life. That's a good first date. Another good one. Kayaking. So you get one of those 2-person kayaks. You guys go kayaking around like a creek, a river, wherever you can go kayaking. You have to go to a public pool and just go around and just show her a nice time. Don't make her do the paddling. You're doing the paddling unless she wants to do the paddling. If you're a girl, make him do the paddling. You know, if he won't do the paddling for you, you know what? He's not a keeper. Not one. If you're a guy, if she doesn't offer to do the paddling for you, she's also not a keeper. If it's a they, them, they can decide what they want, and if they don't offer, again, are they really the person for you? Because no matter what in a relationship, whether you're a female, whether you're a male, whether you're not either, whether you're both, you really should offer. Like, everyone should put themselves first, because the one who's paddling is honestly having the most fun. So, like, put yourself first and offer. I would prefer to be paddling than not paddling, because otherwise you're just sitting there and you got to kind of like lean. And then like if you lean like too weirdly or you don't lean enough, it's kind of frustrating because you're just balancing. Same like on a motorbike, you're holding on and you're wrapped around them and you feel like so out of control. You want to be the one driving. So you know what? Instead of offering because you're nice, offer because you're selfish and you don't want to have a shitty time on a kayak. Now, you pull up to a sandbank. If you're at the public pool, pull up to the side where the concrete is. You guys get out, pull the kayak on top. If you're on the sand, you pull it up onto the sand. And you guys have some sandwiches, or if they can't have sandwiches, you have ice cream, frozen fruit, maybe strawberries and chocolate, strawberries and cream. Strawberries and cream, strawberries and cream. I'm a little boy, I like strawberry and cream. Could have that. Could maybe even risky, but you could take some soup with you. On a nice cold night, you could have some soup on the beach. Personally, I think that's kind of sick. You may not think that's cool, and I do get it, because they could get sand in your soup. It's a bit crunchy. But I tell you what, I got a shake the other day, or actually it was today. I got a shake, and it was vanilla. Now, this place that I bought it from didn't have biscuits at all, right? Didn't have any biscuits, nothing that looked like biscuits. It didn't have biscuits. There was biscuits in the shake, and they've never had that before, and there was only like 2 pieces of biscuit. So I'm pretty sure that whoever made my shake was eating biscuits, and it fell in there. And that's kind of what it would be like with the soup, is sand would get into the soup, and it would just not be a good time. But it could add a bit of consistency, a bit of texture, and some people do like that. I don't know how I would feel about it. I haven't had sand in soup before, so I guess I'd have to try it to know if I like that. I may not like it. I could love it. I got a bit worried before because I was turning my car on and I was trying to flip the key and it got stuck and I had to whack my steering wheel and then it turned on. So I don't know what that was. I'm a bit worried about that. I keep going in my head about it. Second date idea, or third date idea now actually, or fourth even maybe. You could go to a public park. You're walking along and every tree that you come across that is climbable, you climb it, but be respectful. You got to be soft on a tree. You don't want to hurt that tree. I did learn because I really got into tree climbing, and I didn't know that trees felt pain, and then I looked it up, And I saw tree bruising. Like, trees get bruised. And so I learned you got to be soft, you got to be gentle, you got to hold it right way. So learn that first. If she doesn't know that, if he doesn't know that, if they don't know that, leave it. You need to explain them. Sit down on the ground and just say, hey, you have to do it like this, otherwise you're going to hurt the tree. It also shows that you're caring. It shows that no matter what a thing is, or an object, whatever, celestial body, you care for it. You don't care that it's a tree. It gets bruised. You don't want to bruise a tree. Like, that's just nasty. They provide you air. They provide you beauty. They provide you with food. They provide you with housing. They provide you with cars even. I think there's wooden cars. They provide you with pillars. They provide you with floors. They provide you with anything you can think of. There's been a wood version of it. There's been wooden lights. I saw a wooden chocolate bar at one point. The wrapper was made out of technically cardboard wrappers. That's trees. They provide you with wrappers. They provide you with ice cream, because you can make wooden chip ice cream like that one guy does all of the time. Wooden bins. So they clean up the earth while also cleaning the air. That's a king. That's a queen. That's a emperor. They clean your air and they clean your trash. That's what a good... Oh, did you hear that? That was a... Oh, wait. I did something with my mouth. Ooh, I forgot I had a drink. I have the strawberry monster again. This is really good. I had that... It would be 2 videos ago now. I really enjoy the strawberry monster. It just tastes like strawberry. What was I going on about? Oh, so you climb the trees together, but every tree you come across. So you're not just climbing one tree. Whole time you're just going through different trees. You maybe swing into them. You see a vine, you can swing off of it. You can do whatever. Maybe even bring some music up there, your headphones, and you listen to some music while you're on top of a tree. What's another good first date idea? Tobogganing. You go tobogganing, pretty self-explanatory, pretty fun. Be careful about running into your partner or whoever you're on a date with. Even children, don't run into a child while tobogganing. I've seen plenty of videos of it and it does not look good. So don't run into elderly while tobogganing. I saw this one guy and he got really mad. So he ran into an elderly woman, broke her back. Don't run into the wall. Be careful. That's a bit of that's an ick, to be honest. It's another thing that you should not do. You shouldn't do a lot while tobogganing. Tobogganing's a dangerous one, but it can be fun if you do it right. Another first date idea, going... What's that thing called where you're on the water and there's a boat and there's a tubing. You go tubing or whatever it is, and you're being pulled along. You're the boat driver. Your partner is on the thing. They need to have trust with you. They need to know that you could fling them and go so far that they die, but you're not going to. And that's the amount of trust that you want to build first date. So take them on that and pick up the speed as you go on. So they get scared, but they know that you've got them. You're not going to just throw them in the deep end right away. You're going to slowly increase the speed. And I think that shows that you are a good person. Like, it shows that you know that what they need is to learn and they need to grow. Growth is important in relationships. So yeah, take them on that. Maybe book a flight. So get this, a same country flight. They usually only you can get same country flights, just fly one state over for like $100 return. Now you buy 2 of those, that's $200. That's about it. Oh crap, sorry. You can buy that. That's about the same price of what it would be for an expensive dinner. You take them on a flight. It can be, obviously it's going to be an economy because you're broke. But Yeah, who else? Because now she can say, oh, some guy took me on a flight for our first date. You can take her out for food when you get to the next date over. You just stay there for a couple hours and then you fly back in the afternoon. And you just go, you can do tourist stuff. You don't even have to get food. You can bring your own food. I think that's a really good first date idea. So it's like, say, you catch the flight at like 8 a.m. You get there at about like maybe 9 a.m. and then you get off. You go around, do as much tourist stuff as you can, and just catch the public transport everywhere. I pulled my hair, bro. So yeah, you do that. You go around. You're hungry, so you pull out your backpack and there's a crusted sandwich, or there's, let's think, there's maybe a packet of chips, the basics. Maybe you have like a Sunkist in there, or like some little juice box, or strawberry monster. You have that while you're doing some sort of tourist activity, and then you come back at maybe like 7 p.m. and then you get actually like return home at like 8 p.m. and then you go home, and then she can tell all her friends, for the first date he took me on a plane ride to whatever state you take them to that's not far away and was cheap. And we went around and we did all the like tourist activities and got to see that state. And then say you live in like England and France is right there. You could take her to France and say that you guys went to France for a dinner. And like, it's really not as costly as like what it would be to literally just go to a very fancy dinner. So provide them with like a luxury experience, like something that's one of one. So let's like say you really want a luxury experience. You got heaps of money. I'm going to give you something that like could work well, but you got to be very careful with this one. So it starts out, you pick her up, but you pick her up in a, you don't want to pick her up in like a limo or something basic. Pick her up in a 1964 Chevy. That's the thing that came to my head. You can pick her up in what you want. So now that you've done that, you've picked her up, you go to your nearest restaurant that's nice that you like. And then you offer to pay for the whole restaurant. Show her that you're rich, show her that you're caring. But you don't just pay and then just pretend it didn't happen. You pay and then you go up to everyone, shake their hand and say, hey, I'm just on a date. This girl means a lot to me and I feel like this is going to be an important moment. I want to share it with all you guys. And then that makes her think, wow, he really thinks like a lot of me and wants me to like maybe continue this into a big relationship for a while, or like marry me. And it's only the first date. And now after you've done that, you talk to the manager of the restaurant and you say, now that I've paid for everybody, I want everyone to sit at the same table. Now they will join all of the tables in the restaurant into one big one, something out of like a Dracula, or like a really big, like long, goes across the whole restaurant table, and everyone's just sat like that. And you're all just talking. It's like a big family event. She's gonna, like, in her head, it's going to, or in his head, or in their head, they're going to think, wow, they really, like, this feels like a family dinner. Like, he's having me over at his family's for the first time. But it's not his family. It's just the restaurant. But it feels that way because all of you are a community. And it makes your first date feel like it's like you're an actual family and like you've been together for years, but in reality it's your first date. I think that one's top notch. I would try it myself. That's about it for like first dates that I can think of. Now let's do wedding proposal. I'm only want to go for about half an hour, so we have 10 minutes for wedding proposals. So you go to a beach and you build a sandcastle, but the sandcastle you build has like an arch with like seats. You do like little sand things, and then you get some shells, and they act as people, and you build that, and then you go, wow, this castle's really beautiful. What do you think about it? And then they should hopefully say, oh, that's really pretty. Ooh, on the arch you wrap seaweed around it. Anyway, so then she says, wow, that's really beautiful. It reminds me of a wedding. And then you say, oh, well, actually, do you see this? And then you zoom in underneath the arch. There's a shell here, there's a shell here, and there's a shell here. And the shell here that's meant to be signifying you has a ring at it. And it's pointed out at the other shell that is getting married. And then you say, well, actually, there's a ring there. You could pick that up if you want. And then they pick it up, and then you get on your knees. Maybe do like a Shane Dawson to show that you're begging. Hop on both knees and go, you've meant the whole world to me. You wrap around me for millions of years like what a shell does. I don't know. Something like that. And then you ask them out. And if someone declines that wedding proposal, they're really just not a keeper, and genuinely you shouldn't have dated them in the first place, but that's my opinion. I've got this thirst that just keeps coming back. Now, other one. Everybody in this whole world has one... You know what? I'm doing it because of this. Everyone in this world has one drink that they're obsessed with, whether it's wine, whether it's beer, but it has to be that certain type, whether it's energy drinks, whether it's juice. Oh, juice is so good. Smoothies, soda, I don't know if I said that, flavored water. So you take them. You email the factory of whatever thing it is. Let's say it's Coca-Cola. They love Coca-Cola. You email Coca-Cola and you say, hi, I want to marry my girlfriend. I want to propose to her. Or I'm saying it because of my perspective. You can say it from whatever perspective you want to. And say, she is obsessed with Coke, with Diet Coke. I really want to propose to her. Could you allow me to do a proposal in your factory? And then boom, they say yes, of course, because Coca-Cola loves weddings. Like, if you email them right now, I bet you they would agree to it. So let's just say a bottle of Coke is coming across the conveyor. You guys are doing like a tour. She thinks that this was a tour, or yeah, he or she or whatever. They think that it's a tour. It's a beautiful thing. They're having the best time of their life learning how their favorite drink is made, and then the conveyor comes past. Oh, that can looks really weird. That can's really odd. Oh my god, there's a ring on there. Oh, what's this? There's a ring. Wow, what? Excuse me, there was a ring on this can of Coke. Why was there a ring on there? That seems very unsanitary and not good. Oh, actually, and then you get down on your knees. You are the love of my life, and you mean so much to me. Your eyes, every time I wake up, they're brown, like Coca-Cola. And I just had to do this, because I know that you love Diet Coke. Will you spend forever with me drinking Diet Coke? And then they will take the ring, and then she'll put the ring on, like this. Oh! And then she'll put the ring on, and then happily ever after. Coke might even like offer to pay for the wedding, which is another pretty good opportunity for you. I don't think anything could top that one, to be honest. But think that's what we'll do for those. Let's talk about future plans. I like doing this at the end of the video. So I'm going to do a TikTok tonight. I haven't really thought of what the TikTok's going to be this time. I said in the last video I want it to be a dance one. Still don't know. I do want to do a dance, but I just don't know if I'm like not a great dancer, and I don't know if I'll be able to learn it that quickly. And I also don't have anywhere great in my house currently to do the TikTok dance. So I don't know. I might just do like a skit. I might do another one of those. They don't seem to be doing well because I think they're pretty. You got to watch because they go for like 2 minutes. Those ones that I've been telling you about, and I think it's pretty boring for like the first half, and then that thing happens, and then by the time that you get to it, you're like, really, I just spent ages watching this. But yeah. Anyway, so tonight I might, and then like another 2 hours, maybe at 1 a.m, I think I'm probably gonna go to the car park and record another video. I was thinking, screw it, I want to start doing a car video every day and a parking lot video every 2 or 3 days, because I don't like the parking lot ones as much, just because I don't feel comfortable talking as much yet. Whereas the car ones, I'm pretty comfortable talking. Like this one even had a topic, which was pretty sick. Anyway, that's it. I love you, Rat Gang. Peace out. I'll see you back at the sewer. Stay humble, stay lenient, stay lovely. Love everyone. Love your partner. If you're gonna love your partner, you gotta marry them. Maybe do one of these things that I told you. Take them on one of the dates that I told you about. Stay watching my videos, because it's really, there's more to come and it's gonna get better. I know they're pretty bad at the moment. Just stick with it. One day it's going to be good and you're gonna be like, sick, I'm so happy that I followed this guy. I'm a day one. And then I'll probably see you and I'll act like you ain't shit because I switched up. So stay epic. Dress with swag. Dress with confidence, and dress with artistry that's going to show who you are as a person rather than keeping up with trends. Get into something. Find a hobby that you want to do. Find a person that you want to be friends with and become friends with them. Find a new way of life. Even if you like your one currently, you should find a new one. Even if you've just found a new way of living, find a new one. Just do it. See where it goes. Enjoy yourself. I'll see you next time, Rat Gang. I'll see you back at the sewers. Learn the gang sign, because if you ever see me in public and you do that, I'll probably think you're a fucking freak, because I'm not getting any viewers, so I know that you're probably just watching me. Not on YouTube, you're just watching me in person. But yeah, Rat Gang for life. If you want to learn how to do it, you put your thumb like this, your index finger like this, your middle finger and your ring finger like this, and then try and tuck your pinky in as much as possible. If you can't, it's okay, neither can I. And then that should make like a little bit of an R. It doesn't look like one, but trust me, it's an R. See, there's the 2 lines of the R. This one sticks out. You could even maybe go like that. That looks a bit more like a R, doesn't it? Anyway, so Rat Gang for life, baby. Rat Gang for life, baby! See you back at the sewers. Took me 3 minutes to say bye. That's how much I love you. Peace. Enjoy your time.